What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. My name's Denny. I'm an American. I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Thanks for watching my video. I hope the wind is not too heavy for you here. I got my hand over the mic. I'm going to speak loudly. I made a video yesterday. It didn't turn out so well because of the wind. It's a little cloudy today. Rainy season is coming. It rained the day before yesterday quite heavily, and I got soaking wet. I'll try to go slow here for you so that you can hear me. I want this video to turn out. I'm on my way over to Bui Bien again. My favorite place to be. I love Bui Bien. And I'm on a motorbike because that's how we get around in Vietnam. It is cheap, real cheap. Compared to the West. I heard gas prices are going up back in the West. It's hard to believe, but producing more oil than ever, but gas prices go up. They fluctuate all the time, I understand that. Seasonal, but gas prices have been high. They were high when I left. Then they went back down a little bit. During Obama, they were pretty high. Especially when I was out in California, it was ridiculous. I hope gas prices go down by the time I get back home. I'm going home this summer for a little while. Not sure how long I'm going to stay, probably maybe a while. I've got kids at home and I want to deal with all that. My kids are needing me and I need to be there. That's the bad thing about coming overseas, you know. If you got kids and stuff, it's going to be hard for you leaving your family. In the USA, most people never leave home, you know. Most people are born and live and die in their hometown. And they don't want to venture far away. I'm a little more adventurous than that. I came to Asia for two reasons, basically. I wanted to fix my teeth, which I knew I could do cheaper here, and I did. About 90% cheaper than in the West. And I also wanted to meet a nice Asian girl. I like Asian girls a lot, and also they're very compatible with me. I think the culture. It's the culture and how they're raised, and they're very good girls, and they're just easy to get along with and agreeable. And I love my fiance. She's super awesome. She's like Superwoman. She's really awesome. She treats me like gold. She's always wonderful to me, and I really love her. I love her more every day. Come to my room from teaching the other night, and she was there, and she had cleaned my fan. You know, she cleaned the dust bunnies from my fan, and she's so sweet. She didn't have to do that. I didn't ask her to do that. You know, I could have cleaned my own dust bunnies, but she beat me to it, and you know, and she also did my laundry and made me something to eat. So she's such a good girl. It's just her way, you know. She's just like that. Wants to. She works real hard every day. She stays real busy. She doesn't like to sit around too much. And yeah, she's a wonderful girl. I'm gonna take her back to the USA probably. If I can get her into the country, right? I mean, I can fly her to Mexico and walk across the border with her if I wanted to, right? Probably. If I can't get her to Mexico, I don't know. It's a joke. It's a real joke what's going on back in the West, and it doesn't inspire confidence that the borders are wide open. I know people are coming in with drugs and diseases and smuggled kids and everything else. Whether you know it or not, I know it, and it's crazy. It's real crazy. Everyone should go to the border of the USA and have a look for yourselves. If you don't, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. Get up out of your chair and go somewhere, you know. Go see what's going on in the world. I went down to Tijuana with a buddy of mine. I went down to Tijuana with a hardcore buddy of mine. He's pretty hardcore. He can't even come back to Indiana. 3 strikes, you know. He's a little rough around the edges, and he's rough down in Tijuana too, believe me. He wore a Mexican soccer jersey with no fear. He walks right in there. He's been busted down there before. And He took me down into the bowels of Tijuana. It was kind of fun, a little scary, a little more dangerous than Saigon, I would say. Probably several tiers more dangerous, but I'm gonna wait. I could do what they're doing right here. See, I'm not going to. I do it a lot, but I got my phone in my hand. I'm just talking to you. I can make my way through this town pretty quickly now that I've gotten used to it. Definitely takes getting used to the way they drive here. You know, I'd contemplated living in Tijuana, and because it's cheap, and working in San Diego maybe, if I could make that happen. A lot of people want to make that happen. It's not easy to do. For one thing, it takes forever to get across the border. It's a huge, huge line down there. It's San Ysidro border. I think I said that right. I think it's the biggest border crossing in America, and it's pretty damn big. It's pretty damn big, boys and girls. I think I waited in line for about 5 hours to get back across the border. And when I got up there, you know, of course, I was been partying in Tijuana all night. I was 3 kinds of fucked up. Pardon my French. And of course, they questioned me hard when I got there. You know, who are you? Where are you from? 3 forms of ID, please. And of course, all I had was my. What's this guy doing? I had my. I didn't have a passport. Or maybe I did. Okay. No, I just had my ID. I think my driver's license. They let me back across, but it sucks. Not after. Not before 10 minutes of questioning. And then, to top it off, check it out, my buddy who can not go back to Indiana, because he's a criminal, basically. He grew up in the little town where I'm from. He's a good guy, he's just hardcore, right? He got his own way, makes his own rules in life. And so he's on a list in Indiana, right? So he comes across the border, we get up by the crossing, and he says, "Don't stand next to me." And as soon as he steps up there, of course, all the computers start flashing armed and dangerous, and they come out and they grab him. He's already got his arms behind his back and everything. He's done it before. He knows the drill. And so they detained him, you know, for a few more hours, basically. And they called Indiana and asked Indiana, "Do you want him?" "Oh, non-extraditable." So they let him go. It happens every time he goes down there. Check this dude out. He's going to do a Yui. So anyways, yeah, it was an experience going down there, and I sat and waited for him for several, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, whatever, and watched people cross that border, and I met all kinds of people. I talked to people from all over the world, probably every country in the world, while I sat there. I was amazed at the places the people were crossing that border from. I mean, I thought they'd all be Mexicans. No, they're from all over the world coming across that border. And lots of people. It was interesting, to say the least. And I've told the story before. You know, I did bring the bus back to Indiana, and I did meet a young lady from Brazil who could not speak English. She was trying to navigate the the crackhound system, you know. And so I made friends with her. I used to translate to speak with her. It works pretty well, and it's, you know, Portuguese to English. Which is car. They like to push you around here. You're more flexible than they are, which is okay. And I rode back, you know, with her from San Diego, all the way back, you know, sat with her. And she told me the story about how she rode, you know, on a train, all on top, you know, all the way from, all the way across Mexico. They let her into Mexico, you know. She didn't, same way they let her in the USA, they detained her for a couple days and then they let her in. And she was a sweet girl. She's a real sweet girl. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I want them to throw her out. I don't support the illegal immigration at all, but you know, I'm a human being. My heart goes out to people, especially her. Real sweet lady, young girl, beautiful girl. And she's living with her sister, I think, in Pennsylvania. Where's she at? I can't remember. I've forgotten where she went to. She was traveling with another lady from somewhere, and they had very little money, right? I bought them a cheeseburger. It's like a $5 cheeseburger, because when you get, you know, shanghaied by crackhound, they take it where it's real expensive. And I bought her a $5 cheeseburger basically, and she split it in half, gave it to her friend. It was real touching, right? Obviously a good girl, and people come across the border, they got different excuses, different reasons and stuff. Some of them are not, you know, they're not all terrorists. I don't think that, but well, nevertheless, it's anarchy with open borders, you know, total anarchy. And if they're going to have open borders, then just let me in. Just let me come across. Don't even grab my balls and ask if I got Al-Qaeda in my pants, right? Just let me come in. But that's all right. Yeah, look at that. See, I just ranted and like 10 or 15 minutes went by. And I've driven across Saigon. I've crossed the border here several times. I rode my motorbike here recently over to Mukbai border crossing. Parked at the border and walked across, and then I went to Phnom Penh on the bus with my girlfriend. And it's pretty easy to get across here. It's pretty lax. They're not really going to frisk you or anything usually. But they don't have any big threats here. You know, they don't have. It's not like a big threat. You know, they're not like a lot of dangerous people trying to get into Vietnam, probably. But the USA, everybody wants to go. I'm going to go try to make it for a while, and I'm going to see. You know, 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Well, at least that's the statistics I've heard, and I think it's probably true. Back in Indiana, I needed to make, in order to be comfortable, I needed to make about $1,000 a week to live an okay life. Maybe, you know, your results may vary, but I've got 3 kids, and I've got debts and stuff. I showed my fiance pictures of some apartments in Indiana, in Ohio. I showed her some pictures of some country homes, you know. Big country house. She looks at that and she's like, oh, no way, that's too much room. We don't need that much room. And I show her a little, like a studio apartment. She loves it. She loves it. She's like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. She likes Western style kitchens and stuff, but she'll cook on the floor, you know. She's Vietnamese, she'll cook right on the floor. I don't really like that, but so here's, it looks like a dental clinic. They have a lot of dental clinics around. Quite a few, and I had my teeth fixed. I've had work done in Saigon, and I've had work done in the provinces. They do good work here. They very much do good work. And it's real cheap. It's super cheap compared to the West. They don't give you gas or nothing, but you know, if you're here in Saigon, you can walk over here to the bar around the corner and you can get a balloon full of gas and take it with you. You bring your own gas. Whatever you want to do here, really. There are rules. I just don't know what any of them are. Probably because they're written in Vietnamese. I can't read Vietnamese. I've managed to pick up a few Vietnamese words, but it's mostly too difficult for me, and I don't want to put in the effort it would take to learn it. You could learn Vietnamese. It's definitely going to take you effort. You're definitely going to have to. You may be better at it than me, but it's going to take me effort if I want to learn to speak it fluently, and that's going to be. I probably not going to be able to do that. I can say "toi com bia," which means I don't know. That's about enough. Say "toi com got tiền," which means I don't have any money. Loi, 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 back. Yeah. I love living here though. It's so peaceful and easy, and you don't have to, you know, if you come here to live and you're never going home again, you probably don't have to worry about the problems in the West. It's just going to depend on you, right? How much time do you have left? If you're in your 20s and you have a long life left, then hey, the West is going to change a lot in your lifetime, probably. It's changing pretty rapidly in mine. I'm 50, you know, I'm planning for the next 20, 30 years. I don't reckon I'm going to live longer than that, even though I'd like to. I plan to live forever, actually. So far, so good. But in 20 years, what's the West going to look like? It could be radically different. All I know is I'm glad I live in the USA. As much as I complain about it, I'm super happy that I'm not from the UK, that I'm not from Australia, or Canada, or Germany, or France. And not that I have anything against you people. I love you. I love you. Your governments I don't love so much. I feel sorry for you. I think you're in worse shape than the US. And the US is not great. In the US, we have a tiny sliver of freedom left. Just a little bit of freedom to have an opinion left. I don't know how soon it'll end. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. It seems like that's the trend. You know, in the next 10 or 12 or 15 years, you know, if climate change doesn't kill us all, you know, the SWAT team will probably be raiding your home at 4 in the morning for having an opinion. You know, and if you think that that's far-fetched, that's how the world has always worked. It's only in America where that doesn't really happen, right? And it's changing. America's changing rapidly. And getting stupider all the time, becoming more like the Bizarro world every day. I think the number of liberal expert geniuses are growing every day. They're landing from outer space or something, or somewhere, popping in from the far side of Uranus. They're all, you know, experts in every field of human endeavor. They've all got multiple degrees in economics. The liberal expert geniuses they're here to save you. Look at this little cute girl. You never get tired of living in Asia if you love Asian girls. I love my fiance, believe me, but I never, ever get tired of looking at the cute girls here. I love them. I love these beautiful ladies. They're cute, they're beautiful, and some of them are gorgeous. Some of them are super hot. The women I talk about are just like average girls. Average girls are good looking here, you know. The average Asian girl is attractive, but the really hot ones, man, the really gorgeous ones, they'll make you drop to your knees and sing glory, hallelujah. They can be found over here on Buoy Bin, where I'm going too. You see gorgeous women all over the place there. Oh, yeah. I hope this video turns out all right. If you're still with me, I appreciate your time. I've just been ranting into my phone, you know. I'm going home in summer. I have to go home, see my kids, personal things. I don't really have a choice. I just have to go. It's kind of an obligation. My kids just need me. And I can't really talk about all the details, you know. It's kind of a thing. Maybe they'll hear it and be upset, so. Anyways, thank you very much for watching my video. I'm about ready to go down the highway up here. I'm gonna cross this bridge, and I go over into District 1. She was beautiful. You didn't get to see her, but she was beautiful. Girl over on my left here, making banh mi's. Pretty Vietnamese face. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and I hope wherever you're at, I hope you have a wonderful day.